अगर हर मराठा संभा जैसा होगा तो हम दक्खन में कभी राज नहीं कर पाए। हमारे साथ मिल इस्लाम कबूल कर लो।
धर्म मतलब आस्था, और आस्था बदली नहीं जाती। औरंगजेब संभाजी 1000 बार जिएगा, 1000 बार मरेगा, मगर हिंदू धर्म नहीं छोड़ेगा।
10th Guru of Sikhism, Guru Gobind Singh Ji was born on December 1666 in Patna and became the Guru after the martyrdom of his father Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. Guru Gobind Singh Ji had 4 sons, Baba Ajit Singh, Baba Jujar Singh, Baba Joravar Singh and Baba Fateh Singh. Due to the fight, 2 sons of Guru Gobind Singh Ji died and the other 2 sons were taken into custody by Wazir Khan and were brought alive in the war which led to his death. He built the Khalsa in 1699, turning the Sikh into a sun soldiers, ordered with space symbols and right to pursue themselves. He named the Sikh Singhs and Kaur. He fought 14 wars with the Mughals and their allies. He sacrificed the entire family for the sake of religion, for which he also known as Sarvandani. Thus the tree seed was planted by Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Grew when Khalsa was created by Guru Gobind Singh Ji, and on 3 October 1708, Guru Granth Sahib was appointed as Guru.
मुगलों को धूल चटाकर लाहौर से लेकर अमृतसर तक सिखों का एक अधिकार कायम करने वाले सरदार बंदा सिंह बहादुर जन्म से ही सिख नहीं थे, बल्कि वो एक राजपूत थे और उन्हें शिकार करने का बहुत ज़्यादा शौक था। 15 साल की उम्र में एक बार उनके हाथों से अनजाने में एक गर्भवती हिरणी मर जाती है, जिसके बाद उन्हें इस बात का इतना दुख पहुंचता है कि वो अपना सब कुछ छोड़कर जंगलों में बैरागी बनने के लिए निकल जाते हैं। कई सालों तक जंगल में भटकने के बाद इन्हें गुरु गोबिंद सिंह मिलते हैं, जिनसे प्रेरित होकर इन्होंने सिख धर्म अपनाया और गुरु के मार्ग पर चल दिया। इन्होंने भारत से जमींदारों को खत्म करके किसानों को उनका हक दिलवाया था और साथ ही भारत से कई सारी कुप्रथाएं भी खत्म की थी। अंत में मुगलों ने इन्हें कैद करके इनका धर्म बदलवाने की कोशिश की। बंदा सिंह बहादुर वीर गति को प्राप्त हुए, लेकिन उन्होंने कभी भी मुगलों के सामने ना अपना ना सिखों का सम्मान झुकने दिया। हमारे भारत के इतिहास के कई सारे वीरों की कहानी हम आपको यहीं पर सुनाएंगे। बस आपको हमें सपोर्ट करना है, हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना है, इस वीडियो को लाइक करना है, शेयर करना है और उस पर कमेंट भी जरूर कर देना।
बंदा सिंह के बहादुर के आगे 2 शर्तें रखी गई, मौत या इस्लाम। बंदा सिंह ने खुशी खुशी मौत वाला रास्ता चुन लिया। मौत से पहले बंदा सिंह को कुतुबुद्दीन की दरगाह पर लाया गया और उस दरगाह के चारों ओर घुमाया गया। उसके बाद उसे बैठा दिया गया। उसके बेटे अजय सिंह को उसके गोद में रख दिया। बंदा सिंह से कहा गया कि वो अपने बच्चों को मार दे। जब बंदा सिंह ने मना कर दिया तो जल्लादों ने तेज धार वाली तलवार से उसके बेटे के टुकड़े टुकड़े कर दिए और उसका कलेजा निकाल कर बंदा सिंह के मुंह में ठूस दिया। और उसके बाद बंदा सिंह की आंखें निकाल ली गई और गरम गरम चिमटों से उनके मांस को नोचा गया और बाद में उनका पैर भी काट दिया गया। और जब सफेद हड्डियां दिखाई देने लगी तो उनके शरीर को काट कर अलग अलग कर दिया और बंदा सिंह की बहादुरी को इतिहास से गायब कर दिया, ताकि हमें बता सके कि मुगल कितने महान थे।
Gurdwara Damdama Sahib, located in the heart of South Delhi's Nizamuddin area, commemorates a meeting between Guru Gobind Singh, the 10th Sikh Guru, and the Mughal Prince Muazzam, who was later to become Emperor Bahadur Shah. It is one of Delhi's 10 historic Gurdwaras. This grand marble structure of the Gurdwara nestles amidst a thick green cover and is situated near the historic Humayun's tomb. From the rooftop of the Gurdwara, you can see the train tracks and Nizamuddin railway station clearly. And just beyond that lies the clamour of traffic on Ring Road, the Sarai Kale Khan Transport Centre, the Yamuna River, and across the river the city of Noida. Gurdwara Damdama Sahib marks the historic occasion when Prince Muazzam asked Guru Gobind Singh for help in his struggle to obtain his rightful place on the throne of Delhi. Guruji set aside any anger for the persecution of his ancestors by previous Mughal emperors, particularly by Aurangzeb, and agreed to help Prince Muazzam in the war of succession as his cause was just. Guru Sahib met the prince at this place to draw up their strategy. He promised to help the prince if he would punish all those responsible for the treacherous killing of his sons and for destroying his army and his city Anandpur. With Guruji's support, Prince Muazzam won the battle and was declared the new Mughal Emperor of Delhi. One of the most important festivals celebrated here is Hola Mohalla, which falls at the time of the North Indian festival of watercolors, Holi. If you want to see more such videos, do subscribe to Delhipedia's YouTube channel. This Gurdwara commemorates the courage and the martyrdom of Banda Singh Bahadur. It also commemorates the death of his 4-year-old son, as well as the martyrdom of over 700 Sikhs. This Gurdwara in Mehroli is near the Dargah of Khwaja Qutubuddin Bakhtiar Kaki. This was first built in 1970 with the efforts of Jathedar Santokh Singh, the then secretary of the Delhi Gurdwara Committee, and was later renovated, and a new building was constructed in 1991-92 by Baba Harbans Singh Ji. Earlier known as Madho Das, Banda Bahadur had been a yogi who had achieved magical powers, which he used to impress people. When Guru Gobind Singh encountered Madho Das in the Deccan, he tried to use his powers on Guruji without any success. Humbled, he realized that he was before a great soul. Madho Das fell at Guruji's feet and humbly asked to be accepted as his disciple, saying, "I am Banda, your slave." Later, because of his reputation for courage and perseverance of his beliefs, the name Banda Singh Bahadur became prevalent. After he embraced Sikhism, Banda became a staunch Khalsa and a true follower of the teachings of the Guru. Before his death in Nānded in 1708, Guru Gobind Singh appointed Banda Singh to lead the Sikh Panth to avenge the death of the Guru's father and of his 2 sons. He was charged to lead the fight for freedom from the Mughal rule in Punjab and to protect the people from the onslaught of Wazir Khan. Guruji's hukamnamas were addressed to Sikhs all over the country to join under Banda's banner and to obey his commands. After the death of Guru Gobind Singh, Banda Bahadur undertook the mantle of military leadership of the Sikhs with the view of establishing a Sikh state and to avenge the murder of Guru Gobind Singh and his sons. Under his leadership, Sirhind was sacked and Wazir Khan killed. The sovereignty of the Khalsa was established over Punjab and up to Lahore and the Jammu Hills. Banda Bahadur's life is an important milestone in Sikh history, as it was under him that the first independent sovereign Sikh state was established with its own coins and seals. Although this was viable only for a short while, it was an important step towards later enabling the Sikhs to establish their own rule in many parts of Punjab. When asked why he was waging a war against the Mughals, he said, "In every faith and in every land, whenever men have become corrupt, despotic and tyrannical, God sends a scourge like me to punish them and to teach a lesson." However, after fighting a courageous battle, in 1715 Banda and his men were cornered in a long, exhaustive siege which ended in their defeat. He and his men were captured, and on the orders of the Mughal Emperor, Farrukhsiyar, they were brought to Delhi at a place in Mehroli, near the Qutub Minar. Banda was paraded through the streets around the tomb of Emperor Bahadur Shah. He was given only one option, to accept Islam or death. Neither Banda nor any of the Sikh followers accepted Islam, and all chose to die for their faith. Banda Bahadur's exemplary character and piety inspired his men. Not a single Sikh out of the thousands who were captured by the Mughal government renounced their faith. Every one of them held defiant against the Mughal power and chose death. Banda was ordered to kill his own 4-year-old son, Ajai Singh, but he refused. The child was butchered before his eyes. Banda was subjected to unspeakable and inhuman torture, and many Sikhs were beheaded and murdered every day. In 1719, just 3 years later, the Emperor Farrukhsiyar was deposed, imprisoned, blinded, and ultimately killed. Many feel that this was divine retribution for his inhumanity. Historian W.L.M. Gregor says, Banda Bahadur was a man of undaunted valor and bravery. According to Muhammad Latif, Banda Bahadur was a man who shook one of the most powerful empires in the world to its very foundations with such violence that it was never again able to re-establish its authority. According to writer Pyara Singh Datta, he was the first man who laid the foundation of political sovereignty of the Sikhs. He had brought about a revolution on the minds of the people. He was a great national hero and the first empire builder of the Sikhs. If you want to see more such videos, do subscribe to Delhipedia's YouTube channel.